Present 3. I bum kick my head on the front seat and wake up as the driver put a sudden brake. The bus is crossing Tiruchirappalli, which they shortly call Trichy. 11th November 2003, Tuesday, early morning 6 a.m. The day dawns with orange rays spreading around as the bus is passing through the early morning calm city of Trichy towards Madurai. There is a TV atop the back of the driver facing the passengers running MGR old songs. My mind starts wavering in confusion again after the sleep of 6 hours in the bus after getting the ticket and started sleeping off. Will everything be alright there in Madurai? Do you think there will be bad news about Geeta? My mind questions me. Impossible. We have crossed so many scenarios in Geeta's case. This is going to be another scene like that. Just watch these MGR songs coolly and enjoy the travel. Reached Madurai half an hour back, took an auto, and now I'm standing in front of my house. The door is locked. I understand that everyone is in hospital. What is that hospital Veera told? I try to recall. Oh yes, Kamachi Hospital at Arasaredi. I get it. Shall I start heading to there? But before that, I want to confirm the hospital with the neighbor Yadav auntie. I go to their house and ring the bell. In next few seconds, Yadav auntie comes out with no smile on her face. Nagaraj, just now coming? She asks. Yes, auntie. I answer and I find her face indifferent. I guess all of them are in hospital now, correct auntie? She nods her head. Yes dear, they are. Auntie, can you please tell me where exactly that Kamachi hospital is? I heard my mom stays there day and night. Nagaraj, now they are not in Kamachi hospital, they are in government hospital. She softly delivers every word. Government hospital? I frown my face. Why, auntie? Oh dear, they have not told you yet. What, auntie? She comes a little closer to me and tells, Geeta is dead, dear. Getting out of the auto in front of the government hospital at Goripalayam, Madurai, I run into the building without any idea of destination. I don't know who to ask where my family members are. All I know is suicide attempt, burnt case. Okay, so whom should I ask to? I am finding nurses everywhere. I avoid the young nurses and select a senior nurse and run to her. Excuse me, madam, I pant. Yes, she turns to me. I need help for direction. I know the patient's name. It's Gitanjali. She's burnt and admitted here. Where can I find her? This must not be the information I should have given. I never know I am giving wrong information. Oh, burnt cases come under accident section. She explains as I intervene here. No madam, this is not accident. This is suicide attempt. I correct it, but she is very clear about it. Whatever it is, it comes under accident section. It is on 3rd floor. Here is the staircase. She points out. Thank you, ma'am. I immediately run towards the staircase and climb up to the 3rd floor. Reaching the 3rd floor, struggling to get my breath and sweating all over my body, I again find a nurse. Madam, excuse me, I need help. Where is the accident section? I pant and ask. Yeah, this wing only, sir. What is that case? She asks, and she's the young nurse. Suicide attempt case with petrol. I explain everything. Oh, burnt case? There. She points out a big room. That is the fire burnt section. Oh, thanks a lot. I ran towards that room. Instantly after entering the room, my eyes rapidly start searching for Geeta's bed or for any of my family members. There are so many patients, hand burnt, face burnt, full body burnt, etc. lying on the bed. Their relatives and family members are accompanying them. Yes, a voice from my back. I turn to the direction. A lady doctor. Doctor, I'm searching for my sister who is admitted here in this burn section. I stammer in tension. My inability makes me weak and weep. Name please? She's flipping over the paper she holds on a pad. Gitanjali. After a few seconds, she completes searching all the papers and turns to me. No patient is admitted in that name. When did you admit her here? No ma'am, she was admitted in a private hospital and then I got the information she's taken over here. Oh, strange. I am the chief doctor for this whole burn section. I know all the patients. Ma'am, I have a doubt. Is there any other burn section in the same hospital? No, this is the only wing for burnt cases for the whole hospital. We both maintain silence as it is going perplexed. Did you get any information regarding her discharge date? I can narrow it down then. The doctor gives the idea. Only now I understand that my way of giving the information was going on wrong right from the beginning. I should have asked like this first. Doctor, she is dead last night. I flush my face in agony to say this. Oh, I'm sorry. Then her body must be in mortuary, not here, she says. Doctor, actually, she was admitted in another private hospital. I don't know why she's brought over here. Are we sure she'll be in mortuary? I question my doubt. Yeah, we are. And any hospital in this district is connected to the government hospital. If any patient over there in a private hospital is dead, the body must be transferred to the government hospital for the formal procedures. Only after this explanation I am getting it all clear. Thanks, doctor. I pass and resume. Where is the mortuary, please? I am walking towards the direction that lady doctor guided. There is a huge wall and a gate in the backside of that main building. I take a left turn and walk into that gate. There opens up a huge ground. Around 500 people are standing in the circumferential shades of that ground. There's a building opposite to that ground with a rusted nameplate on its neck saying Mortuary. Anna, the first voice I hear from my family after I enter the gate, it is Mayal. Instantly I hold his hands. Within seconds, the whole crowd, which includes our village people, our street neighbors, Veera's colleagues, etc., starts murmuring that I am landed there. Mayal, I softly speak. From the other direction, someone is calling my name. I turn there. Veera. Trying to keep his face in superficial crying, he approaches me to hug. When he reaches me, hesitatingly, I keep both my palms on his chest and push him back. He slips backwards and stabilizes. You murderer! I scream inside. I hear the crowd exclaiming. I never bother if he falls down on the ground or not. I just keep walking further towards the building along with Mayal. Every eye in that crowd is on me as I walk towards that mortuary, in front of which I find a peepal tree under which I finally see Lakshmi and Saranya both standing with no energy in their eyes. I walk towards my mother and sister as both of them run to me, hug and cry to peek. Hugging Lakshmi in my right shoulder and Saranya in my left shoulder, I try to console them, groping their heads. And I find Lakshmi's voice is very weak. She doesn't have any energy in her body. I never know much details about her 4 continuous days stay in that hospital in front of Geeta's room. Nagaraj. Somebody is pulling my hand off from my mother and sister and trying to console us all 3. He must be Veera's colleague. Rajati's son, my cousin who is of my age, comes to me along with his friends and says, Come, see Geeta. Is she kept inside? I point the building. Yeah. We are all waiting for the postmortem team which is yet to come. And meanwhile they are allowing us to see the body now. We have all seen. They ask us to wait outside till the postmortem finishes and will hand over it to us. He explains the procedure. I just glimpse the whole crowd around. It is definitely a huge one I wonder on. So, shall I take you in to see Geeta? My cousin asks it again. I nod. My heart bumps up to my mouth. Almost 20 guys who are our relatives and my cousin's friends are taking me inside the mortuary. My cousin is the one leading, whom behind I am following, and the rest of the guys are walking back to me. As I enter into that mortuary building, it feels totally different from what the mortuaries I have seen in the movies. The government mortuaries are like garbage godowns. There is a bench and a fat lady neatly wearing a sari laid on it with both of her hands hanging down on either side of the bench. First, in a glimpse, it seems like a lady sleeping over there deeply. The rate of my heartbeat is increased on seeing that as my brain is struggling to decipher the facts in between the life and the death. My cousin now starts walking fast and takes a left cut in that corridor, where I find another four similar benches with the deceased bodies, to my eyes seeming like people sleeping. All these four bodies seem very normal because they are wearing the shirts and pants or saris like in any ordinary day. This small walk really drags me to a blackout phase. In the meantime, the gap between my cousin and me in that walk has become around 10 feet. Finally, he reaches one point, stops, and turns back to me and fixes his eyes onto me and turns his eyes towards the platform on his side. Like Egyptian mummies covered up tightly with a band of white strip, something is covered up from top to bottom and laid on that platform, which I first wondered what is in that fraction of a second without understanding, before my cousin turns his eyes from that platform to me, which conveys that is it. All I feel in that moment is completely a blackout. An unexpected picture, a package within which who is sleeping? Gita? I am standing there in between a stage of the blackout and consciousness, keeping my hands on my head, spontaneously shrinking my body down to the ground and screaming, "Oh God, my sister is packed!" Present 4. Goodbye, sister. I want to see her, I tell to my cousin. They had taken me out of the mortuary after I fainted there. I never imagined I was that weak. It was all the sequence of those moments inside that mortuary and the scenes which dragged me to that point of collapsing. I want to. I again insist to my cousin and start walking inside the building without bothering anyone's company. When I reach the same place where I saw that parcel, the mortuary guard has kept that parcel on the ground and unwrapped that cloth to keep that body ready for postmortem. Want to see? He sees me coming to him. Yes, this is her brother, my cousin says to him. Come. He is holding that white cloth in both of his hands, and as I near him, he hands over that cloth to my hands. Holding the cloth, I peep in my head and see my Gita, a completely burnt, nude body. Only the legs, yaar! Someone's voice is echoing in background of that moment. But right from the face till her legs, every bit of her body is burnt. I cannot imagine how she was bearing this pain for 4 days in that hospital. Every single inch of her body would have given her a needle prodding pain. I close Gita's body below her chest as I sit down on kneel to the ground and adjust the cloth not to let others see my sister's nude body. Hey, someone please lift up my Anna. He's going to cry or faint. Why are you all watching it? Shouts Smile. No, I am alright. I want to see Gita. Instantly, I reply without seeing anyone's face. I touch Gita's hair. She had it up to her hip, but now they have cut it short recklessly here and there and shortened it to the neck. And her face, oh my God, I can never ever forget that burnt face of Gita in my life. I start touching every part of her face, her forehead, her eyes, her nose, her chin, and her ears. Eyebrows are completely burnt, but both of her eyes are having puffs all around her eyelashes. I have read so many researches on ghosts. Though they were all not evidently proven, I just this moment wonder if Gita's soul is sitting or standing near me, watching me, observing her body. I touch her chin and say within myself, "Are you seeing me, Gita?" In a stretcher, Gita's body is trolleyed from the mortuary and reached the ambulance which is waiting in its entrance after the postmortem. We all gather around the entrance door, backside of that ambulance, and everyone, including Lakshmi, start to squeal and moan on seeing Gita's body in the stretcher. When the body is nearing the ambulance, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a guy who may be around 17 years old pushes us all through to reach Geeta's body and places a garland on her. That is the first garland dropped on her body. I don't know who that guy is. To be frank, we are not in that mood of scrutinizing who that guy is. Only then I wear my garland, secondly on her, J. Kumar thirdly, etc. Exclusively our family members enter in that ambulance and nobody from J. Kumar's family disturb our funeral travel. They have planned of coming in their vehicle to the burial ground. Yes, the ambulance speeds up to the burial ground carrying Veera, Lakshmi, us, 4 kids, 1 dead. Everyone is assembled in the burial ground except the ladies. The burial god arranges the wood mound around Geeta's body, fixes the fuel mixtures, sets it up for cremation. Veera, Mayal, and I are standing very near to that cremating platform. In another corner, Jaikumar is being tonsured as per the ritual procedures. When his head is being shaven, casually I see him, and we both have eye contact now. For few seconds, I keep seeing his eyes, which actually speak to me, saying, "I don't know anything, Nagaraj. It's an accident. I am an innocent." In next 10 minutes, the god is ready with setting up a fire. Jaikumar is ready with shaven head and is holding a fired wooden log in his hand to cremate the body. "Anybody wants to see the final look?" the burial god shouts. In Tamil Hindu, this is another practice to be asked before cremating a body. He will ask it thrice. "Anybody wants to see the final look?" He says it second time. I step up towards him when he delivers his third one. "Anybody wants to?" As I reach that platform and that mound, I see only the face of Geeta, beautifully cleaned, kept kumkum, jasmine in her hair, and covered with a silk saree up to her neck. I touch her cheeks and kiss my sister the last time. The god covers her face with a wooden log, signaling Jaikumar to cremate it. Almost the crowd has left that moment when Jaikumar fires the body. As the fire spreads throughout, everyone starts leaving, and Veera asks Mayal to accompany me and to leave for home. Everyone has left, and lastly, Veera is walking before us, Mayal and me. I reach the edge of the burial ground, turn back, and see that empty, barren land where Geeta is sleeping as we are leaving her all alone there. There comes up a picture of her face, smiling and waving her hand to me, and I say to her with tears, "I love you, Geeta. I promise you right here that this whole world will read you soon."